So now we start to go towards where we're moving out of the baseline. And as we move out of baseline, there's this one call, which is known as the begging call. Now this is typically of a very young bird. It might have just fallen from the nest. And it's calling out. It's like, help, 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 help. Now typically when a young bird like that does that, you might notice how all the other birds in the vicinity becomes very quiet. And that's because that begging call is also like ding ding ding, it's dinner time. All the other predators are going to hear that and like, ooh, here's a really juicy, supple little bird who hasn't really matured those muscles, those hard wings just yet. It's going to be this tasty, easy little bite. So the cats, they're going to be listening in. The hawks are going to be listening in. If there's weasels or fox, whatever predators around, they're like, oh, easy dinner. So all the other birds, they are most likely going to go quiet because they're like, whoa, I don't want anything to do with this. So begging, it's not necessarily alarm, but it's a good chance it's going to be calling in the predators, which means you can start to look. Where are the predators? And you might start to listen into those alarm sounds. Robin might say something, or Jay, and then you're like, oh, the predator's coming from this direction, right? So now you're starting to get this sequence. There's the baseline, there's the begging sound, things go silent, and then you start to hear an alarm. So you're like, oh, the predator's coming from this direction. And then you see, what bird is it? Is it looking up? What's its body position, right? Is it looking up? Is it looking down? Is it a cat? Is it a ground predator? Or is it a flying predator, right? So now you're starting to see the chain of events, and you're starting to apply that tracker's mind. You're starting to ask the questions, well, what does this indicate? What might that indicate? Where might it be coming from? What might I expect next? So you're starting to put together the story. All right, so let's go into the next vocalization.